Yes. So welcome. We have our guest Marcus, a Breton. Welcome.
Hello, Koen.
Hello,
Nice
nice to meet you.
pleasure and nice to having me.
Hmm. Yeah, so I'm curious, can you tell a bit about yourself? What was your path in the past? What did made you decide to go to the path of the Bretonnism?
Freedom.
Yeah.
It's always the same thing. You want to be free. When you depend on something, then you're not free. It's very easy. But there was more or less an inner voice that was driving me in this direction. But in this path of Breviarianism or pranism, there's a lot of confusions. So in the end, I discovered by myself that we're talking here about an addiction, and that's it. It's not pranism or Breviarianism. Everybody is Breviarian, and everybody lives from the source that we call prana. So there's no difference. The only difference is somebody frees himself from the addiction or change from one addiction to another addiction. That you can see when some alcoholic leaves the alcohol, then he starts with cigarettes or with food. So they're changing the addictions,
Hmm.
changing the drug. And the most people, okay, I'm leaving now food, but then I need something else to replace the stimulation, because we're talking here about stimulation.
Hmm.
So my path was first listen to everybody about Breviarianism. So I did the 21 process from Yes Mohin. And then I was doing a lot of meditation, a lot of stuff that they sell you in the end. They sell you uh, doing something to discover something. But in the end, I discovered everything is inside you, so I have to do nothing outside. And outside, every time I doing outside something, then I'm distracting myself. Then I'm not listening to myself. Then I do not feel myself because my senses are always outside. So
Hmm.
this took me some time to discover by myself because there's no guidance. All guidance I have seen are more confusions because everything is on outside, on the illusion. So it can't be. And when I, for example, live on prana, then I have to believe that I live on prana. Then I'm only this is a different type of religion. So first I believe I have to eat, and then I believe I do not have to eat. But I still in a but sorry, I'm in a trap of believing, and I want to be free. Free means no beliefs, nothing. You you're completely free. So in my journey of discovering was in the end, we are all who are eating addicted. That's not, we're talking about an addiction. And the substances like food or alcohol or whatever doesn't matter because it's only stimulation. The point is why we need or why we want a stimulation, why we want to be distracted because of anxieties mainly.
Hmm.
So the problem of addiction is not the food or the drug or whatever. It's your anxiety, and anxiety comes mainly because you live a life that's not yours. So by my out observation, by serving in during retreats by myself, I discovered it, and actually. When I was digging deeper, even medicine, so the old medicine discovered 100 years ago that nutrition is a myth, do not exist. So what
That's
happened
kind
the
of
last 100
crazy.
years?
That's kind of crazy
Yeah,
because a lot of things has to do with diets, with supplements, with vitamins, with minerals and stuff like that. So we don't need that in general.
it's only business. Everything is to make money. And
Mm.
so it's sad. They're selling your food, they're selling your complements or food or nutrition complements. Nowadays with the nutrologos, a lot of nutrology, a lot of investigation about food, but in the end, they do not understand nothing because like I have seen medicine. Medicine has an idea of your body. So that's their basic idea. From this basic idea, they observe. So when they think you need food, and then you do not give the body food, then you feel, then human life. And then you give his lack of alcohol, then you can see that his body shows an abstinence of alcohol. So his reaction is about, I need alcohol. So I don't know if I can make myself clear.
You
It's
were
actually the
Marcus.
false idea.
You were lost. Your connection was not good. Can you repeat a little
Okay,
bit?
then I can repeat it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
We start again with the alcoholism, with one alcoholic. So when the medicine think or take one alcoholic without knowing he's an addicted, then this is the base. Then when he do not have his alcohol, then you can see a lack of alcohol. Like medicine sees a lack of proteins, a lack of vitamins, a lack of minerals or whatever. But that doesn't mean that your body needs vitamins, proteins, and so on. And that's actually the mistake what medicine has done the last 100 years, because they always start from a wrong place, from a wrong beginning, with studying an addict person. Then you all your conclusions are wrong, very easy. But of course, medicine will defend everything uh, to keep the business running, because it's a
Mm.
big business. Beside war, after war, there comes all the pharma industry. So there's a big business. So they want to keep the people ignorant. So an ignorant people can sell everything.
Yeah, it reminds me of a quote: "A patient cured is a patient lost."
Exactly, exactly. So that's actually a discovery, I won't say, because it's only uh, reminding again, because it was already discovered 100 years ago by certain physicians. They were still truly an investigation in a partly physician. But nowadays, any doctor is only repeating what others have told him. So it's like a papagayo, repeating, nothing else.
Yeah.
Without thinking. There are a lot of, even I have met a lot of doctors. They say, oh, something do not fit, because they're working for several years, and then they say, I have learned this and I can see that. Then something do not fit. And then they actually leave the standard medicine part, the conventional part of the medicine, and they look for some alternatives. So all the alternative medicine was born from this part, because they've seen something do not fit what we have learned in school or in university, actually. So that was actually my beginning, discovering a lot of things, because I was also curious, because I could see something or experience something in my body and say, oh, they tell me this and I can see something different. And then I was thinking about what actually happening with my body. And then step by step, it's very easy. When you are more in the scientific part, uh, um, in what to say, um, when you know to investigate yourself with a little different point of view, with a neutral point of view, then you can discover much more. When you have a fixed idea, then you're stuck. So I always was in a point, because I studied engineering. So always there you come a problem, and then you have to observe the problem. But in the medicine or other science, they always have idea this should be the solution, and they look for this solution without any complete perspective. That means from all sides. So that was actually my background. So I took always the point, the neutral point, to observe what actually happens with my body when I'm eating. What is the reaction? And normally, food should me give energy, but after eating, I feel tired. There's something do not fit there. Something is wrong, what they're always telling me. So in the end, I discovered it's only addiction. So it's very easy to see. And that's actually I'm inviting people by retreats to experience it by themselves, because it makes no sense that I'm telling you it and then you're believing it. No, you have to do auto experience, a self experience, that you discover it. It's my body works this way or that way. But in the end, it's very easy. You can see it by observing the cell. The cell do not grow from outside; it grows from inside. It grows till the moment it separates, because otherwise it would explode the cell. So it starts dividing and then dividing. It's very, and then you can see the force comes from inside out. That means the consciousness manifests something in this illusion. It's very easy to understand and to observe, and then you can understand. Oh, from the illusion, I do not get nothing.
Yeah,
There's no
I
nutrition.
saw
There's no
a
nothing.
picture. I saw a picture and they say like food is only stimulation and they envisioned it like we have energetic water rats. And the highest stimulation is the bread and then the liquids and then the fruit and then the vegetarian.
Yeah,
Because it's a bit the same like yeah, outside is inside. The stars and stuff like that are also in us, of electrodes, molecules, stuff like that. It's not like protein and stuff like they said, but it's more like the electrodes and yeah, the energetic stuff that is yeah, perfectly in a perfect condition if I don't eat or drink, if I get
yeah,
it
of
right.
course.
Yeah.
Exactly. The problem is for the most people to understand what's energy. When energy is only the manifestation of information. Because for example, I need energy to lift up the arm, for example. And then energy, when we're talking about science, it's you do not can create energy. You can only change energy in one type of energy to another type. For example, solar energy, the electrical energy, and so on. So it's only changing, it's energy. And what you see as movement and energy, what you see, it comes actually by controlling electrons. Because when you see a protein, for example, a protein is enzyme that's on top of, for example, of the muscle, and stimulates the muscle that you can extract and release and extract and do the movements. And by stimulation, that means by controlling the protein, and the protein you control by changing the structure molecule, the molecular structure. That means, for example, to change the molecular structure, you have to change the spin of the electron. And how is changing the spin of the electron? By your consciousness, by the ego consciousness or the true consciousness.
Mm.
So the true consciousness with the information manifests what you call energy. And that's very simple to observe. And then it's not that something I need from outside to get energy, because you can see what we see as what you call energy is your stimulation, like doping in sports. It's only a stimulation that you to cover actually something of your what do you say? It's actually is like anesthesis, during surgery, you put your body in a certain level that he do not feel nothing, and then you can do whatever with the body. And it's the same thing. Your muscle starts to hurt, and then you only took some drug, then you do not feel the pain in your muscles, and then you go on. But of course, on long term, then you do a lot of damage to your body. And that's it. We stimulate all the time our body. So, of course, the life span of our body is by food reduced drastically.
So we can regenerate our bodies by eating less and go gradually to vegetarianism, or?
You can see it only by doing fasting. Then you generate actually mother cells, and then you humanize and get healthier only by doing a small fast. Science already knows it. So that's what it means. When I do fast, I'm healing myself and get younger. And when I'm eating, I have a shortcut to the grave and getting sick, of course.
Mm.
Actually, it's very simple. Everybody, or in former times, was it always typical when you go to the hospital or they was still called sanatorium, to healing and not like to hospitalize somebody. In the former time, you got always a diet in the hospital because they knew less food is always helping to recover your body. But nowadays, it's terrible. Not only that the food is horrible in the hospital, they serve you 3 or 4 times a day. So it's even worse. So you can do a lot by fasting. That means less. First, you have to understand and learn about your food and your habits about food, what they're doing, many I'm eating by anxiety or emotionally or whatever. It's very important. Otherwise, you can't do nothing because most people, they change. As in the beginning, I was telling you, I do not understand my habit of stimulation, whatever. Then I only change the drug. So I have to go to the source, to the problem of my anxiety. And when I change something over there, so I have to change my life because the situation that I'm living right now brings me to this addiction. So I have to change my life, obviously. But most people prefer not to change their life. They only prefer a relief. Give me a drug, whatever. Or open the fridge and then take something, a stimulation. They only desire stimulation and not to understand why I wanted stimulation, why I'm not happy with myself, what's actually happening. That's actually what I have done with me. I was always asking myself, but what's actually, is this life? Is this really life that I need something to eat, that I always searching for love, that I always searching for happiness? Something is wrong here. So and then you start actually observing, but most people do not observe. They only try to stimulate. But I said, oh, stop. Let's first observe what's actually happening. And then it's very easy to discover that the most people, or mainly everybody, is an addict. Because of the system,
food and drink. An addict
food
to
and drink is
food and
something.
drink. Yeah.
Food and drink, but as I mentioned, this is not the big problem.
Yeah, I was curious. How can I say it? Is most of the eating and the drinking, does it has to do with emotions? And do you also have in the past challenges with emotion and with addiction, or how was it for you?
As well, first, you can't leave the addiction when you do not have discovered I'm living in an addiction. Otherwise, everybody is telling me you can't switch on an addiction, on and off. You have to discover why you desire the stimulation. And maybe it's of anxiety, of emotional experiences you have with your family, with work, or whatever. that stimulates, that you're reacting. Emotion comes from that. Emotion. E means external in motion. So something externally puts you in motion. So
Mm.
you're reacting on this illusion by fear, by whatever, and you move in this direction. So you have to, of course, you have to discover your emotions. You have to discover what actually drives me here in this world, what pushed me forward, and what pushed me in which direction. And a lot of these emotions are believing patterns. You believe you need something, and I need money, I need food, I'm searching for love. All these false ideas that you have learned, actually, you're not born with the habit of eating. Your parents taught you to eat. Your parents taught you how to think about money, and your parents also taught you to search for love, because they are love beggars, and so they teach you to beg for love. And actually, this is the biggest disease nowadays in humanity, to search for love, because you're a love being, so it makes no sense search for love. But you got in a certain moment separated, and they implemented you the idea that you are separated from the source, and then you start to search for it. And then you search for first in your parents, then maybe um, in some grades in school, then in a relation, and so on and so forth. And then maybe in work, or at work, looking for love means to be recognized, for example, because you think you're nobody, and now you're searching to be someone. And then all the time, all your life is searching for. And when you do not get it, then it causes anxiety. And then
Mm.
you need a drug. Otherwise, you get crazy. And then the stimulation, or stimulation we are talking, then you maybe looking for something sweet that's more or less the hug of your mom, or something salty that's more the male part. So that you have to discover. Therefore, you can use your food habit to discover yourself. And that's actually what I have done. So why I have now this 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 idea. I want something sweet. Where it comes from? I have to discover. I have to know myself. Otherwise, all stimulations drive me. The drug drives me. Everything drives me without control. And then I'm a slave, complete slave of emotions, of stimulations, or whatever.
Mm. Yeah, makes sense. So it's like observing everything, what you do, like an habitual pattern of eating and drinking, and seeing where does it come from and how can I change it to free myself more and to feel and to go inside and to experience the unconditional love that I am already am as a being.
Yeah. But actually, it's easy, because you can observe who is maintaining your body. Yeah, you're not maintaining your body. Every minute, 1 million cells are dying. We're replacing them. You're not replacing them. So behind everything, you can observe, oh, there's a very big force behind it. It's my consciousness who knows everything, who keeps my body in balance. That's actually called homeostasis. Homeostasis, I guess it's the right word.
Yeah.
So you're unbalancing mainly your body, and your body, or your consciousness, tries to balancing your body. And that's actually fantastic. That means you do not need any medicine, any nothing, because your body is healing itself by its own. Very easy. But of course, they're telling you, or they're selling you, no, you need this and this helps and that helps. A lot of distraction, but when you only observe homeostasis, then, oh, perfect. Then the only thing what I have to do is stop intoxication, because my body starts to detox, and I have to stop intoxication. And that means fasting mainly, but also fast of your cell phone, because it's also an intoxication in your mind, a lot of ideas and so on. And then you discover something very, very big, that the problem in your body is not mainly from food or beverage. It comes mainly from your mind, what you're thinking about yourself. For example, cancer do not come from substances. Cancer comes from your mind, from the idea, or it's actually, you can see who is generating these cancer cells, and this cancer cells kills you. So actually, it's a form of suicide, that you suicide yourself because you want to kill yourself unconsciously. So it's actually very easy to observe this type of illness. And when somebody starts to observe, you discover a lot of things. That's the wonder of this magic of illusion. This is so beautiful. Even I know it's an illusion, but you can see, oh, it's a nice illusion. And then
Mm.
you do not struggle with the illusions. Otherwise, you always struggle. You want to change something. But when you see the perfectness, the divine in this illusion, then everything flows by itself. But then you are part in this illusion without interfering. You're only floating in this illusion.
Wonderful. Yeah, and what I observe in the process of exploring the pranic living, I experience like my body
Yeah,
is getting very light, and sometimes I experience a bit like insecurity or some anxiety because I'm not used to some sort of light body because I eat in the past, and it gives me some things, some grounding, some volume. That's also something to get used to, I guess, or
yeah. You are more sensitive. Your senses. I can feel more, but more from the heart. I can feel the other side. All people around my surrounding. I can feel everything. So when I'm close to somebody, I can more or less feel what he's thinking. So you get very sensitive. So for the most people who are not used to it, oh, they're shocked because now
mm,
they maybe a few of them um, they can listen more. They're more sensitive by hearing. They're most sensitive by feeling. Others are more sensitive by smelling, or even the eyes are more sensitive. So it's actually good. But of course, in this world, we are not used to it. So we shock. First moment is a shock. Ooh, uh, I don't want to hear so much. It's too much noise for me. And most people always say, "Oh, I'm so sensitive. From this moment, I can hear too much. Everything is a noise." So, but you can adapt yourself. So I'm also feeling, but I do not struggle with it. I accept when I have to accept something, but the rest I let pass without interfere.
mm.
But it's nice because then you can see, we are much more. We are much more than robots. Because the most people are, when you see it nowadays, they are like zombies. They're cell phone zombies. Actually,
Yeah.
they follow their cell phones in all directions. It is very funny to see. But we have to go back, actually. We have to, the humanity has to go back. But otherwise, this type of technology is not a advantage for humanity because the more we orientating ourselves into the technology, into this illusion, the less actually we are ourselves, our true self, because our true self is not out there. Our true self is our inside ourselves. So therefore, we actually have to empower ourselves. Empowering ourselves means less attention to the illusion. That means of course, a true meditation. It means observing to get to the cause, less attention to the outside world. If there's raining, okay. If there's sun, okay. Both should be the same for you. But the most people get annoyed by rain or by too much heat or whatever. So
Mm.
we're an illusion.
It's a
Accept
bit
it like it
like
is.
letting go of the good and bad, just accepting and accepting what is and
Yeah,
just
that's
moving through reality.
yeah. And then,
Yeah.
when you are more in yourself, then you can feel it also that rain is something nice. It's when the raindrops falling on you, your skin. That's nice to feel. So you get more sensitive, but then you get also more in harmony with this outside illusion. And this, when you are in harmony with this outside illusion, then you're actually in inner peace.
Hmm.
And that's the most people are not in peace with themselves. This is the problem. They
Hmm.
struggle with themselves, and outside is a reflection with their struggle with themselves.
Uh,
So all the time there is fighting,
are you
struggling.
still eating sometimes, Marcus, or drinking, or how did you adapt or personalize this Breatharian lifestyle?
I'm reduced. I have reduced it very little, once a week, more or less, to drink something. I prefer drinking or only a fruit, because everything else is it's like a disturbance in the field. And this is, I can feel it by myself. That's
Mhm.
always a different vibration, and I feel actually ill. So that's for most people that cannot understand, but it's the moment that um, you can say it this way: you lose the contact to your true self, and then it's not in harmony with myself. Then I can feel it. That's not what I'd like to feel. I want to be in perfect harmony with myself, and then you can feel it when you do not eat and do not drink. Then you're in perfect harmony. That's nice.
Yeah, I
It's
experience
very
it in a
very nice. It's
similar way. Yeah, like you said, I also prefer to eat fruits if I want to eat something because I feel this information gets very easy digested or translated into
yeah.
energy, and all other things gives a bit of disturbance or confusion or some weird feeling in my body.
Yeah, but of course, food and anything else do not gives you energy. Let's so be clear.
Mhm.
Uh, and when you are in a certain stage that you are used to nothing, then everything else is a disturbance, even fruit, even water. Because I could see my tap water, of course, because there are a lot of fluorides or chlorides inside. But even when you took water from a well, then it's not pure. Then even there's some substances, minerals inside that your body do not need, and your body starts immediately to detox. When
Mm.
you are so, it's like you can see it in comparison with babies or children. So when they're not used to the substances, the body reacts immediately by mucus of of detox. So you can see actually babies and young children frequently ill because they're not adapted to the toxins of food. And there you can see, no, food is not something healthy.
Hmm.
But most people know they force the children. No, you have to get to adapt it to everything, to proteins and whatever. Then of course you adapting yourself to food. But adaptation do not means health, because health means less adaptation that you can in children. That means vitality you can see in children because they are not completely adapted to the drug and to the standard living of the most people because of stress or whatever. So they live a very easy, light life, and this light life we should go back actually live again like children.
But is it doable, possible, or is it challenging, for example, if I or someone else live in the society to go on pranic living, to go on Breatharianism, or is it a bit more
Yeah.
challenging?
Yeah, the problem is actually your environmental, your actually your family, because when I'm doing the retreats, 8 days retreats, 8 days fasting. That means 4 days liquid fasting and 4 days dry fasting. So after 7 days, nobody is hungry. Nobody wants food. The body do not ask for food anymore. So it's actually very easy to adapt your body of leaving food. That means now food is easy. Now eating is actually very easy. But of course, in the during the retreat, everybody is relaxed, no stress, no nothing, and then they can see and feel. No, my body do not ask for food, but in the moment they travel back to the home, and then all the family stress, all the emotions get woke up again, or woke up or wake up again, and from this moment, by waking up, these emotions, anxiety starts, and then when anxiety starts, then you need a drug, then you need some stimulations again. So the problem is always your environment, that therefore emotions, something what's surround you. Of course, you can live without food, without drinking, but you shouldn't look for another distraction or another stimulation. Because you can see a lot of people say, okay, I do not need food, but then I need to run, or to looking for adrenaline is also a stimulation, or looking for cell phones, for so what is it, social media or whatever, a distraction. All the time they have to do something or to be distracted. And that's actually the problem. Why I need a distraction? Because I'm not happy with myself. I'm not in peace with myself. So the source of the problem is here. Outside is only like a trigger. They push you always in some buttons in you that you can see, oh, there's still something in me that's that I haven't seen. And now I can see, oh, I still desire, I'm searching for love, still searching for companionship or whatever. And why I'm searching for it. And that's the moment that you do not only accepting it, that you get to the source. Why? Why I'm still searching for love, why I want a companionship, why I can't be happy with me alone. And that's for the most people, it's a process. But the most people are very lazy in their process, because normally when you're in a process, then you can do it by discover everything during the next 3 months and say, okay, I get rid of this and that and so on. I have to change my life. But the most people got too attached to their families. So I have my children, I have responsibility, I have whatever, and then I'm stuck. So I have to decide. I need a drug and keep my life with family, or I free myself. Then I have to free myself also from the idea of family, because it's only the idea of family, it's not the family itself.
And what do you do for a living? For example, do you live on retreats? What is your daily activity? How do you live as a pranic or Breatharian being?
When you need nothing, then everything comes by its own. It's very strange for the most people, but I'm living on a small backpack. It's very small, and there's.
Yes, we are back. So the last question to recatch again, we were talking about, yeah, what do you do for a lifestyle? What is your daily activity? Yeah, very curious around that.
Yeah, now I'm still doing a lot of retreats. So from one retreat to the next, on the weekend. Now I'm actually in Germany, but on the weekend I will do 8 days retreat in Brazil, and then I'm back in Germany. Then I go to UK. So the next, I would say, the next 2 years, I still do some retreats, but then I will retire almost also the movements, because I discovered myself by be a free, what do you say, warfare, that by walking around mainly South America, that everything what you need, you get without any worries, because your true self can calculate or calculates the future and knows the best options for you. So when you are in your true self and when you're in complete confidence, then you will be never ever lack of anything what you mainly need. So even when you are depending still on food, then your true self brings you the food what you need. But the problem is you want something. You get everything what you need, but you want something. That's a big problem, because when you desire something, then you have to do something for it. That means be a slave. And when you're in a true confidence in your true self, then you get everything what you need, but not everything what you desire. And that's the problem, your desires, because you think, I need a house, I need a car, I need whatever, but you think you need. And that limits yourself. And then you have to be a slave. You have to work, gain money, and so on. But that's a very important part of your life, because when you depend on money, depend on food, and still search for love, means depending that you get attention, then you will be never ever in peace. Because everything you desire keeps you in certain desperation. Because tomorrow I need food, so I need money, so then you're never ever in calm and in peace. So you have to learn to free yourself from what you depend on. When you depend on something, then what you depend on controls you. That's very important to understand. And therefore, complete freedom means that you depend on nothing. And when you depend on nothing, you do not care about tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day. And then you live day by day by day, free. Otherwise, now I still program some retreats, but I do not know what happened tomorrow. And I do not care. If it's a rainy day, a sunny day, or whatever, it doesn't matter. Because I can't change it. So it makes no sense, the preoccupation. I occupy myself in the future. Complete nonsense, but that's the problem that we'll be trained of, to have to control your future. You have to control your life. But that's the problem. You control something because you do have no confidence. You have no faith in yourself, in your true self. And when you discover, when I discovered by XP warfare, that means walking without nothing, only some blankets, and when the night comes, you sleep on side of the roadway, and that's it. And it's easy. And when you experience, I need nothing actually.
Amazing.
And then when some help comes to you, because you need this help, but without desiring for it. That's the point. This is so a wonderful life, because you can feel the flow. That's actually to be in the flow, not to control nothing. Because it's already in our true self, the control. As I mentioned, in your body. Your true self is controlling your body. So when he knows to control my body, then he can control also my life. But most people know, I want this, I want that, I want to have vacation, I want to travel, and so on. So that makes you not, that you can discover by yourself that you're not in peace. When you're in peace, then it doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah, we had a
It doesn't
sentence,
matter what you have.
living in poverty to be rich.
Because the more you have, the less the less are you in peace, because you are worried that somebody is taking it from you. Always the same nonsense idea. But in case of, I share everything what I have. Nothing. In German, we always say the last shirt has no pocket, so you can't take nothing with you. So why I'm trying to hold on everything. We are in an illusion. There's nothing to hold on. And then you have discovered that on the right moment you get what you need. Then why I should control it? Why I should hoard something? Why I should have a bank account? For what not need a bank account?
Do you have a bank account?
When I need money, no. The only document I have, and I will have it 1.5 years, and then I will have nothing. No documents, no bank account, no nothing, no cell phone, no nothing. Now I
Wow.
have a cell phone because for the communication and to traveling, I need a passport. but the rest I do not have nothing.
Do you use social
For
media
what
or
need?
stuff or smartphone or not?
You can see here, this is a smartphone here, but I need, but I do not use social media for purpose. Facebook or TikTok or Instagram. No, for what purpose? But somebody needs to communicate themselves, but I'm busy with retreats. That's enough because I want commitment. Because I'm sharing with people, but they have to commit themselves to do at least 8 days fast. Because when I'm talking here, the most people are thinking, but there's no commitment to themselves. So therefore, I'm only doing retreats because then I can see they are committing to themselves at least to do a fast of 8 days fast, and then they see a little bit more. So I'm not into social media because actually I do not care. Because I'm sharing here. If you're interested in it, okay. If you think that's nonsense, that's your problem.
Hmm.
I want to be in peace with myself, and I want to be free.
Yeah, I see. And do you use a normal cell phone or is that also not necessary for you?
Yeah. Actually, I only use WhatsApp and nothing else.
Okay.
And the normal, what do you say, emails. I use emails, WhatsApp, and yeah, that's it. These
Okay.
two communications, nothing
Hmm.
else, because it's enough. And in the future, in 1.5 years, then I will even turn off the cell phone, and then there will be only email. But email I will read maybe once a week, once a month,
Amazing.
because I do not care. Why I should care? Um, I have done so much in the last years, so it's enough. There's not enough information outside. So the rest now the people have to get up from the sofa and move themselves. They have to do it. They have to do the fast. I can't do the fast for them. They have to do it. And they have to do the self experience. I can't do the experience for them. So they have to move. The information is out there. But of course, the most part of the people are preferring, as we have mentioned, this. Do not change your life.
Last, the
Very easy.
connection was a bit gone. Can you repeat again?
Okay, you're actually unhappy because you need stimulation or to search for stimulation because you're unhappy. When I'm happy, why I need a stimulation? Why I need to watch football, for example, or any other things because it's a distraction. So I search for a distraction because I'm unhappy. But instead of searching or discover why I'm unhappy, I'm I'm stimulating myself with some distraction outside. So I am always inviting to have. We have to go to the source. Why I'm not happy? That's actually a natural habit to be happy that you can see when you were born. Happy baby.
Yeah.
It gets actually the information from the surrounding, and that's the transformation in the body of the baby. So they observe actually the stress in the family. So when you leave the baby alone, the baby will be always happy because the baby is still in the true self. And the true self is happy to discover here. The true self do not think, oh, I have to do this or that, I have to work. It's also nonsense. We have to go back. Life on earth is different. The life of the human life is different. We have to live again in a tribal life. And in a tribe, there's no mom, no dad. Everybody is sharing. There's no property or nothing. Everybody belongs to everything. Belongs to everybody. So it's
Mm.
easy, and nature gives you enough food if you still want food. But I would say every second day at least to get used to less food. So there's enough food outside. Fruits. You don't have to cultivate food. Fruits are enough. So we have to change. We have to go back. Humanity has to go back because um, we were pushed in a direction that we can see that it's a road of a dead end. There is no solution
For sure, yeah.
because only the last 30 or 40 years, still technology started with the cell phone. It's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. You can see in the youth nowadays, when they have no Wi-Fi, then they get collapsed,
Yeah.
out of control. What's that? And I grew up without a cell phone, without even TV. So we have to go back. That's not, in my observation, there's no future with this type of technology that they offer us. They offer us always the technology that enslave us even more. But you can see it. The cell phone is enslave more people than freedom.
Yeah, nowadays it's a smart cell phone.
Yeah, I mean, smart means something different.
I am smart and I use a dumb phone and I'm very happy with
Yeah,
that. And
actually,
yeah,
yes. Uh, they when now I got, I also wanted a dumb phone that only is WhatsApp for communication and email, nothing else.
yeah.
It would be very nice, but also no Bluetooth, no nothing, because Bluetooth is nowadays the tool that the cell phones communicate with themselves and make a scanning where you live and so on. So, but anyway, I know my deadline. So in 1.5 year latest, because there's actually when my passport expire. So then I said, okay, that's actually in the invitation to leave the life in the system, the complete system. But the system I have seen, because when you travel, you can see it's tightening and tightening and tightening.
Hmm.
Uh, because also to pay cash, it's less optional. Even in Latin America, it's very difficult to drive a bus or some public transportation without a card or whatever. So it's getting worse and worse. So that's actually a decision for everybody else. When I want to be free, then I have to be free also from money, from food, and from my desire of love.
Do
That's
you?
actually true freedom.
I'm curious, do you still have a car? Do you have plans for the future to go to other countries? How do you do that without, for example, an ID? Is that even
Yeah,
possible?
I'm not searching for the retreats. So the people coming to me and then I want that retreat, and they say, there's my agenda. Then I see, okay, they have a gap. Okay, I will travel over there.
Hmm.
But now, actually, I'm already finished of uh, the agenda till mid of next year. So I'm very busy, but I also told myself, no, I have to put a deadline till this date. Then it's done, because I can see it even by the retreats. I'm repeating a lot that already is said, and the most people, they have not the initiative to change.
Hmm.
For example, I tell them, or they can observe by themselves, that they are complete robots, that they more reacting on what comes from outside than a decision from the heart.
Hmm.
So they can see it, but in the end, they go back.
Hmm.
They take again the blue pill and fall asleep again. No, can understand because the change means a complete change. And most people have fear. They're fearful. Oh, what happens when my family needs me and I need my family. I want something. That's your attachments. You have to discover your attachments because your attachments controls you. And family, there's no family that needs you, but you want something from your family. You still want to be in a social area or with your friends and whatever. But why? It's very important also. You can only enjoy food when you enjoy the fast. You only can enjoy company when you enjoy to be alone. It's very, very important because only when I'm happy with myself, then I can also be happy with somebody else. But when I'm unhappy with myself and only search for company to simulate a false happiness, makes no sense. But the most people get very confused and, no, I'm happy. You are happily distracted. That's something different, but you're not happy. Happy means that you're alone, at least for 1 month in the wilderness with nothing, and you are happy. You're happy to be yourself, your true self. That's very nice, but the most people know I need my cushion and I want my blanket. I need my bed and whatever. Yeah, when you depend on your cushion, then your cushion decides you, controls you. But that's freedom. You have to free yourself from everything you are attached
Mm. Yeah, beautiful. But yeah, I'm still wondering, do you have international plans or in the future or not
on. Yeah,
specifically or?
yeah. The main part is well, Latin America, but also Spain. This year I will do UK and Greece in English, in Greece and in UK in English. Maybe even in the US, Los Angeles and close to Miami this year. It's the rest is mainly in Spanish. So the next week I'm in Brazil, so it will be Spanish and Portuguese. So, but there is somebody who is translating it. But the English one I do by myself. But it's a little bit more. There are 2 retreats for somebody who's in English because next year will be to 1 retreat with 2 languages. That's a little bit work, but it's enjoying it. I still enjoy what I'm doing, but I can see, yeah, there's in this what I say in this what I know in the sky or what I say. I can see the light in the tunnel, so that means there's the exit for what I'm doing right now, because but it's not by my thoughts, by the ego mind. It's a feeling. I can feel now it's done what you have to do, and what's coming next, get surprised. So therefore, I'm not worrying what I should do after that or whatever. I handing over everything to my true self, and my true self will guide me to the perfect life that I have to live.
Amazing. Yeah, it's very interesting. I also know people who said like, "Oh, if my ID gets expired, I don't take a new one." But yeah, some people want to travel to other countries. Is that possible without an ID card or?
Yeah, that's the problem. There's no possibility. I mean, the future is now. I have my passport, my ID, but in the future there comes the digital part, the digital registration. That means actually your cell phone. So you do not have to have something physical. Everything is digital. So they scan your face, and yeah, everything is done by it. Or they scan it, or the cell phone scans you, that you are the owner of the cell phone, and then you can pay with your cell phone. That's everything digital. And that's the next step. for 50% or even more, they're using it. They're used to it. But for me, it's a red line. That's no, because then everything is controlled. We are like glass. They can see everything, and they control everything. When you do not have cash in your hands, so they control how much you spend and where you spend. That's no freedom anymore for me. But the most people, or the most young people, they're used to it. They pay everything with the cell phone. They have no cash. They have no wallet. Their wallet is in their cell phone. That's the only wallet they know. But they have still a physical wallet.
Mm.
And when there comes the digital wallet, then it's game over. At least for me,
Is your
because
plan
then
then
you have
to
no.
stay at one place then, if that is the timeline that's
Yeah,
coming, or?
more or less. I guess it will be the moment when I will be, I guess, in the jungle in Brazil or
Mm.
in Peru.
Oh, that's nice.
And there's the climate is okay. All the whole year is the same climate, stable. Of course, there you have a rainy season, so a lot of rain, but I do not care. But
Mm.
when I do the exit, the first moment, I guess I will go to the South, South America. That means Chile, because I still want to feel snow. I want to feel the cold for at
Mm.
least a few months, and then I will walk going north to South America. That means up to Brazil and um, and Peru, and then I will stay there. More or less, it will be this way. But you can see it nowadays in the news that there are a lot of movements, a lot of you don't know what's coming next week, what chaos they start next week. So I want to be free, and then I can see the only zone or area where you're free is when you're in the jungle of Amazonas, because it's very tightened up, and it's not so easy to get there. So when you're very far away, then you're more or less free from the world and can prepare yourself a little bit more. That's actually my intention, to prepare myself for what's coming next, because life's going on. Even they make whatever show they inventing in the future. Um, I want to be prepared
Mm.
physically, but mentally as well.
Yeah. What is your, do you have a prediction? How long will it take to, or is it for sure in your belief
Oof.
or experience that it will come to a digital currency worldwide, or?
Yeah, but the first step, by when you have a digital ID, that's it. That's digital money already,
Mm.
because you pay everything digitally, and then that's digital money. And that's the line that you have to be very clear. But they do it very softly and very below, moving it slow by slow, adapting, paying with a cell phone. You get used to it, so that there is no resistance anymore. So I would say 80% will accept it
Mm.
very easily without any noise. But but of course, right now it's a little bit complicated to accepted the digital money, because there was a lot of uh, movement against the digital money. So they need a show. They need a big event that the people accept digital money. So uh, I would say starvation is a good motivation to accept something, or any catastrophic event like tsunami, volcanoes, or whatever. I don't know. You only go to Hollywood. They show you what they have in mind already.
Yeah. Yeah, it's some sort of predictive mind programming on a future timeline that will.
That's exactly, that's predictive programming. Actually, they program you for these events by movies that when it comes, the resistance is very low.
Hmm.
So you're accepting something very easily.
It's a bit like hypnose, like subconscious mind programming with suggestions of
Exactly.
a pre-made
That's
movie. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
See, the predicted programming is actually the term for it. When they program you with the movies, so you can see it that a few years before the show of this pandemic, a lot of movies were coming out predicting when there is a big virus affecting humanity. So, and in the end, the people accept it very easily. Ooh, that's something normal. So we have to stay at home.
Yeah, the same goes with paying cash. Suddenly, it was very dangerous because of virus infections and stuff. Need to be cashless.
Yeah, of course, they're always telling you it's for security reasons.
Yeah.
But they're pushing you. When you go nowadays in every place, when you want to pay cash, then you have to form a queue. And when you pay digitally, you have very easy access. And that's
Mm.
it. They're pushing you. And I guess now they want also to, when you pay cash, you pay more. And when you pay cash less, then you pay less.
Mhm.
They're pushing you by very subtle
Subtle things.
movements that you're accepting it very easy.
Yeah. It
So yeah,
also has to do with stores and stuff. They prefer to do cashless payments, and the director or CEO decides like, okay, we only accept payments through card or stuff, and then suddenly the timeline is already a bit shifting because of the movies and of the decision of the big companies. Oh, we only accept cash now or with cards.
yeah. Actually, all employees should stop working to prevent it, because
Mm.
now you can see with in the future in a supermarket there will be nobody. There will be only one coordinators. The rest will be done by AI. But the people do not see it. That actually they're working for it. That somebody else taking their jobs. Also driving, taxi driver or a truck driver. No need anymore in the future. In
Mm.
the near future.
It will be all an evolution to AI, robots and stuff then.
Yeah, but also planes. There will be maybe one pilot beside, but the control will be done by the AI.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but it's so fast. It's moving so fast to AI in the last only the last year, and so the most jobs only when you see ChatGPT or now there's the Borg or something else coming out. So these AIs are growing very fast, and when in my surroundings, I always discover I will ask ChatGPT. I will. Everybody is using it like something normal. They do not know the answer. I will ask it. They give me the perfect solution. So they're establishing the AI so easily in the normal life that the most people will accepting it. But my future is not AI. Humanity
Me
has no
neither.
future with uh, with artificial intelligence. So we have to get back to a community life, to live together in harmony and peace, and actually like brothers and sisters, with no jealousy, with no anger, hatred. I want this, I want that. No, I'm happy when you are happy, and you are
Mm.
happy when I'm happy. So
Yeah.
everybody's happy automatically.
Mm.
But when I'm only thinking about myself and I want only to take advantage from the other, so it's automatically war. It's automatically a conflict. So there's no solution how humanity lives right now. It's a road to the dead end. There's no solution.
Mm. Yeah.
Everybody can see it, but the people, it's for me, it's very strange. Everybody sees there's the wall, but they, nah, let's go ahead. Maybe sooner or later disappears the ball. The ball is there. You can
Mm.
see it,
Mm.
but they're still on the same path. Even they can see there is no exit.
Mm. Yeah.
But anyway, anybody's free to decide. Even the decision is made by the ego mind, but it's up to everybody else.
Mm. Yeah, what I also experience, like if I don't eat or drink, sometimes my body gets really cold. Is that something that the body needs to adapt or get used to not eat or drink? Is that a normal symptom or some sort of evolution progress in that, or?
Of course, normally your body is always in a certain activity by digestion. So you stop the digestion because digestion means a lot of heat, of get rid of what you have given to your body, and that causes a lot of heat. And now you have to get to use a little bit less. But it's a time, it's a form of adaptation because you can see the Eskimos live in total ice, live in the environmental of minus 20 or 30 degrees, and they do not claim, oh, it's too cold. They adapted to it, this type of climate, and that's it. And of
Mm.
course, now you get you have you used to a certain temperature in your body, and then to adapt to a certain different type of temperature takes some time. But of course, when you go in and out, in and out, in and out, then your body knows, yeah, decide, please decide
Mm.
which part we go.
Mm. I see. Yeah, for me it's interesting. I play sometimes badminton when I don't eat or drink, and it goes way better than before eating. And people are like, "Oh, that's impossible. You need sugars and stuff."
No, when you do sports, uh, even when you're on a high level of athletic sports, then you can see it. The athlete do not eat before an event. When he started, he would eat. He can do nothing. He is normally on a fast, or
Hmm.
at least 12 hours fast, and then he does the event with with an empty stomach, with low sugar, and so on, and then he is very productive when we call this term.
Yeah.
Every sportsman knows it. Every sportsman knows it. So it's not because you have to eat and then you get energy. Then no, and you eat, then you need a rest, and then after the rest, maybe you can do something. But
Hmm.
when you eat and want to do something, maybe even you throw it over. So because you warm it, because you can do not both things. Digestion and sports together do not work.
Hmm. Yeah, I see. Is there something else? I guess
There's
it's your
something else.
turn.
What in mind?
Yeah, one last question. Are you
Actually,
open
we
to
did a
have a conversation?
wide range of a lot of no, both nice the commission. So that's actually I like to have a conversation, not only Q&A, but ding ding ding. It's an open conversation.
Hmm.
It's very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, for me
So
it's
thank you for having me.
yeah, thank you very much for your time, for your
Was
presence and for your
was a
wisdom.
a big pleasure, and maybe we helped someone to start to discover more about themselves.
Yeah, a friend of mine has a community and it's called World for the Soul, and I'm curious if you're open to also have a call with him to catch up on some things.
When there is the interest for me, no problem.
Yeah, he's curious. He want to catch up with you to just have a chat around the libertarianism, the pranic living, and to see
Of course, no problem.
maybe if you want to do something in the community for him or not, or if it resonates with you or not.
So, where's the location of the community?
Community is located now the main seat in Belgium, for example, but he also is looking on Morocco and other countries as well.
Oh, yeah. Uh, of course, when it suits, then I can visit the community and talk over there to the people. For me, no problem.
Okay, nice. Can I share your phone with him and then he can contact you or?
Of course, you can share. Okay, he can contact me and say, I'm from da. Okay, no problem. And then I will see when I have time, when I coordinating, because now I have a good internet. The last week I had a bad internet, so that was no possibility to chat. But now there's a good connection, so it's easy to chat.
Okay. Do you see when it is available in a couple of weeks or in a month or no idea or
Yeah, but next week I'm a little bit outside of the grid.
I
We do
see.
a retreat a little bit inside
Hmm.
the jungle of Brazil. So, but when I'm back in now, it will be in 2 weeks. I'll be back, and then we can do before even end of April or early May. I'm still in here in Germany, so there is a good internet, so no problem.
Okay.
But when
Nice.
I'm actually on retreats, I do not know always if there is a internet connection and how good is the internet connection, whatever. So it's
Mm.
difficult to plan over there. But when I know more or less, then we can coordinate like we have done it uh, like today. I said, okay, next week I'm in Germany, there we can do the chat and that's it.
All
Very
right.
easy.
Amazing. Yes, thank you very much, dear brother, for your time and energy and your wisdom sharing. Very
Oh,
nice.
you're welcome. Was nice to be with you. They have the nice chat, and maybe we can see us in lifetime.
Yeah,
I don't
possible.
know when, because Belgium is not so far. It's not so far, but I also need some time for it. So
Mm.
maybe when we can arrange a meeting with the community, then perfect, and maybe we see us.
Okay. Amazing.
Would be nice.
Yes.
Okay,
Take care.
then enjoy your week, and I hope we see us soon.
Yeah, you too. Have a beautiful retreat.